Hello family, I am Paul M. Brumfield and this is PMB Travels. Currently I am on the Discovery Princess for an Alaskan cruise, and tonight I am going to dinner to Bistro Sur La Mer with my sister. I'll let you know how it is. Well, I'm back in my room. Let me tell you about the French restaurant tonight, Bistro Sur La Mer. And so my sister's a little tuckered out, so she won't be doing the review with me tonight, but I did get what she thought of her dishes, or her dish that was different from what I ate as well. And so it started out with everybody would get at the table what they have is polenta fries with fresh herbs, and it did come with different sauces also on the side as well, and they also gave you black and green olives stuffed with goat cheese. And so both of those starters was delicious. I've never had stuffed olives with cream with goat cheese before, and so I've had polenta fries, but I thought that was a great start. So 5 out of 5. My sister Beverly loved it as well. And then we went into the appetizers where we would choose what we wanted, and so both my sister and I, we decided to go with the Lobster Bisque. And so this Lobster Bisque, I've never seen Lobster Bisque like this. Not only it did have that like a puff pastry over it, but then also when you digged into the soup itself, the bisque itself, it had big chunks of lobster, it had scallops, it had the mussels. It was a very hearty bisque. Sometimes when you go to different restaurants and you have a bisque, especially a lobster bisque, is very tiny pieces of lobster, and so therefore they gave you big chunks of lobster, and it was delicious. My sister thought it was delicious as well, and so for that we gave it also a 5 out of 5. Then we went to the main course. So my sister had, I have it written down here so I could, for accuracy's sake, my sister had a sea bass fillet with crispy bread, braised vegetables, and a tomato sauce. She thought it was just the right amount. She didn't think it was too much. She thought the flavors were delicious. She didn't think it was too salty. She thought the fish was done well. And so her recommendation for that was, her grading for that was a 5 out of 5. I decided to get the roasted jumbo scallops with vegetables and a lemon butter sauce. So they poured the lemon butter sauce at the table, and so the vegetables that they had was corn and peas, and then they had a size of creamy risotto being a rice dish, and so delicious. And so I loved my entree, and so both of us enjoyed our entrees tremendously. So 5 out of 5 for the roasted jumbo scallops. This is where the grade fell. Everything was good. We loved the ambiance of it. It was like an open restaurant. It wasn't where you had to go through a door. It was open. You could hear what was going on in the ship. It was on the 7th floor, so on the 5th floor there was music going, and so it was a great atmosphere. And so here now it came down to the desserts, and so we both had the rum baba, which was a sponge cake, and it had vanilla whipped cream, and we both thought it was not good. It had pineapples in it, and it just tasted to us like soaked bread. It almost looked like bread. It almost like bread that was just wet bread, and so she didn't finish her dish. I kind of ate more of mine. I started to taste some of the flavors in it as I was eating it, but it wasn't a really good consistency. They offered to change out her dish, but at that point she was full, and so therefore that was the only thing. That specific dessert wasn't good to us. And so you could try it for yourself if you're ever on the ship. Maybe you like it, but the consistency, the how it tasted, we just did not care for it. And so that was like a 1 out of 5. But overall, the restaurant, we loved it. That was the first time that I was at a French restaurant. And so because even though The service was great. So even though the dessert was kind of like a downfall, we still gave it overall for everything else. Everything else that we had, 4.5 out of 5. And so, again, if you're ever on one of the Princess class ships and it has this French restaurant, let me know what you think about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and please don't forget to click the notification bell so that you can be notified of future posts from PNB Travels. And until next time, happy travels.